So when we talk about cross being about control and us being the center of attention in that control, a lot of times people say, but there's a witness up there. Don't we need to pay attention to them? And this is where I've developed a fun saying over the years that I like to refer to the witness in cross-examination is just a human bobblehead. I'm the one that's relaying information to the jury. I really don't care what they have to say on the stand other than I want them to literally be a bobblehead. And what that means is I want them going, yep, 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 nope, nope, yep, yep. And that's the wheelhouse that you want them in. And if you craft your questions well and do it the right way, that's where you can get them. So that's why we always jokingly call it the human bobblehead. So let's talk a little bit about basics. Now, I'm trying not to use sport metaphors. I use a lot of bad analogies. It's just how I roll. But basics are extremely important. So what we see a lot in teaching these programs is, number one, a lot of people just haven't had the opportunity to learn them, and that's fine. But pay attention to the skills and learn them. But also on the flip side of that, we see people who've been practicing a long time who tend to get a little bit loose with their skill set. So the best example that I can give is I liken it to golf. And you don't have to be a golfer to understand the analogy. I golf because I like to hang out with my friends and maybe have a Bloody Mary in the morning and go swing the club. But there's a reason why I stink at it. My friends who are good at it, they have to put in the work, meaning every time we go golf, they don't neglect the basics. They spend time swinging their club, putting for hours to make sure that the mechanics are there. That's the same thing with trial work and cross-examination. If you don't have a very solid base and a solid skill set to build from, your game in the courtroom just isn't going to be good because you'll get off track, and we'll show you ways to rein that in. But that's why it's really important to pay attention to these basics. And the biggest basic that you've all heard is leading questions. What is a leading question? A leading question is a question that suggests the answer. I'm going to use a bad example that's simple the entire way through this process, which is the car is red. You're stating one fact per question, and these two kind of go hand to hand. Leading question gives the answer, and it's one fact per question. You know you're in the wheelhouse of understanding this when you start driving your spouse crazy. So the way that comes up for me is I'll ask my wife, you're going to the store. And she'll look at me like I'm a complete idiot, and she'll say, is that a question? And I'll say, you're going to the store, question mark? It's just the way I'm ingrained now to ask questions, and I don't even realize I'm doing it. But that is what cross-examination is. And if you find yourself doing that just in your everyday life, then you're where you need to be. Apologize to your loved ones ahead of time because they hate it and it's annoying, but it makes you a better lawyer.